Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is March the 1st, 2017. This is the second show of the night, the second game of a doubleheader here. The chat that we just had for an hour, they asked me anything. People asked anything and everything. It was spectacular. I will link to it below. Check it out. It was an hour. The time flew by. It was so much fun. I had so much fun doing it. Maybe we'll have to do one every first of the month. Total blast. We talked about so many different subjects in cryptocurrency and life. I mean, it was fun. So I'm going to cover some of the things, I guess, in this video a little bit too. So Bitcoin is at $1,230. That is awesome news. We'll get into that. Thanks to the person who sent me the Bitcoin. That was very nice. Thanks for using my Trezor affiliate link, which I will list below and is always listed below. Stay safe, people. Get your Trezor and feel free to buy one through my affiliate link, which people have been using. Thank you very much, people. Click on the Crush the Street interview that I did last week and retweet it. That was a lot of fun. So, Dash. I know some of you like altcoins out there, and you probably noticed that Dash is like at $45. I mean, look out if it really gets on Coinbase. Because I guess part of the rumor is that it's going to be on Coinbase. I have no idea if that's true or not. If it is, if it gets on Coinbase, then whoa. I mean, it's going to be mainstream in terms of cryptocurrency, which isn't very mainstream at all. But I assume that we're going to hit $50 with Dash very soon, that it's going to be pumped up to that. Now, after 50, and that's without being on Coinbase. After $50, I don't know what's going to happen. Is it going to crash down to 30? Anything can happen. Hey, man, this is what marketing gets you, I guess. And what some people want to diversify out of Bitcoin, out of fear. Because of, well, you know, the Bitcoin Unlimited bailout, Roger Ver type of people. All right. So there is news in the Ethereum world too. I guess I'll mention Ethereum first. Ethereum is set to ditch mining in favor of proof of stake. They still want to do this. They still want to switch to proof of stake. I think that's not a good idea, that the miners will all go to Ethereum Classic at that point, obviously, because there'll be no point to be in Ethereum, for them at least. We'll have to keep an eye on this. I mean, Ethereum is getting some very good press lately, which is pumping up the price, and they're really good at doing that. So good job, Ethereum. Ethereum Classic, on the other hand, has it might set a cap on the amount of Ethereum Classic produced at 210 million. And stay proof of work. It's called the ESIP 1017 plan. My dude Jerry of Classic Ether has a great blog entry about this. They're trying to emulate BTC, Bitcoin. That is the plan of this plan. The people who are working to try to make it real. I guess we'll know pretty soon. I mean, this could all get set in motion real soon, and by the end of the year, Ethereum Classic could be set to go with all these changes and everything. So again, Jerry of Classic Ether, I'm proud to say he's one of my guests on this show. He's been on the panel before. Smart guy. We will link to his, we'll link to links about this by him and by other people. And we'll also link to that crypto coin news story about Ethereum. So very interesting stuff going on in Ethereum. Ethereum Classic has gone up in price. I assume it's because of this rumor about them setting a cap, because most logical people want there to be a cap on your cryptocurrency, that they don't just produce infinite amounts of it. But still, Ethereum Classic is not back to 10% of the volume of Ethereum. So don't celebrate yet, Ethereum Classic people. You got to get back up to 10% of the price of Ethereum. So keep an eye on that. Charlie Lee has an interesting, of Litecoin. He has an interesting tweet out there that I will link to and I will read to. I will read to you right now. I think miners are supporting Bitcoin Unlimited, the block SegWit. thereby keeping the status quo because they are enjoying inflated transaction fees due to full blocks. Okay, that's an interesting theory. I'm pretty happy with the status quo right now. I don't personally need SegWit. I think SegWit obviously should be implemented, and I think Bitcoin Unlimited is an unmitigated nightmare if it causes a hard fork. That's a disaster. But right now, the status quo is fine. And anyone who supports the Roger Ver bailout proposal, aka Bitcoin Unlimited, is welcome here. Again, you're welcome here. No censorship. I don't want anyone claiming censorship or throwing that into the discussion just to sway people's emotions. As Roger Ver, when he makes an argument, he says things that are supposed to hit your emotions. And when we're arguing, we're supposed to use logic when we make decisions, not emotions. But hey, a lot of you guys out there are swayed by emotions, and that's whatever, to each his own. You guys can come here. Feel free to explain why we should all bail out Roger Ver and his circle of cronies and business friends. So Simon Dixon, someone sent me this video. It is a great video. I will link to it below. He reminds us that 6 out of 7 years, Bitcoin has been the highest performing currency in the world. This is a great video. It'll get you pumped up about Bitcoin, and it's very informative about the history of Bitcoin and what Simon Dixon thinks about the future of Bitcoin. He's a smart guy. It goes by fast. It's like an hour. So, yeah, it's been 6 out of the last 7 years, Bitcoin has been the highest performing currency in the world. So let's risk breaking it so we can bail out Roger Ver and his cronies. And by the way, check out I will link to this below too, my Alistair Banks video, the farmer in Zimbabwe. So all of you out there can understand how Bitcoin is used in the developing world, or what they need Bitcoin for in the developing world. Hint, they don't use it for coffee. Don't want to buy coffee in Zimbabwe with their Bitcoin. So check out that old video just in case you kind of lost track of what Bitcoin is all about. In the developing world especially. Again, I want to remind everyone about the Hawaii situation in Coinbase. Tai Zan on his channel, the cryptocurrency market channel, should soon be posting a video I made about this. Until then, keep checking out his channel and check out the notes section below where I tell people to the Twitter link to tweet to and an email to bother the Hawaiian government to get back to stop these regulations against Bitcoin so that Coinbase can operate there. And again, I'm going to link to the Vinny Lingham article that's anti-ETF and anti-hard fork. It's one of his best ones. And a lot of people had questions about the ETF in the chat that I did. And yeah, feel free to use the term Roger Ver bailout when describing Bitcoin Unlimited, because it's a term. It's what some people call the Bitcoin Unlimited, the Roger Ver bailout. Feel free to use it, please. And remember, do not censor Roger Ver after these 2 debates. There's no way you can that he was just in. He is. He's great in these debates in terms of, in my opinion, convincing people not to bail out Roger Ver and support Bitcoin Unlimited. If you listen to Roger Ver dictate to you, say, I've been here for 6 years, listen to me. Not a very convincing argument for Bitcoin Unlimited. For some people, it hits their emotions. I know. Oh, your emotions, people. Don't let your emotions be your guide. Logic and reason. Logic and reason. Don't do something just out of the blue and irrational. All right, remember to like this video, people. We've been getting a lot of likes. We've been getting 100 likes. Hey, and remember, don't be scared by Roger Ver and this emotional plea. We're not on the verge of a disaster here in Bitcoin at all. I've given you so many reasons. The status quo is working fine, in fact. You don't hear people complaining that much about, oh, I got to send this now. I need to buy my coffee this second. People aren't using it for coffee now. Apparently, Roger Ver's business depends on this, I guess. I don't know. Again, I linked to the Andreas video, a logical video about how the core team is not part of some conspiracy theory. You should watch that. And finally, I linked to an old video of mine from June the 25th, 2016. I linked to the 5-minute and 14-second mark where I say that there's Amanda Johnson has just been hired by Dash, and what a great move that is. What a great move, a marketing move, and that Dash is good with the marketing. And whoa, did I hit that one on the head? My God. And I think it's funny to look back on that, because also in that same video, which was before the DAO disaster, before the Ethereum fork, Ethereum is on fire, people. It is on its way to $25. Little did I know there was what was going to happen, and there was going to be a hard fork, and there was going to be Ethereum Classic, because the momentum is not back even. I mean, maybe it's about to be back now, over a half year later, but it's interesting to look back there. So remember, everyone, I post a new video here every day, sometimes two like today. Check out the notes section below. Like this video, share this video. Please subscribe to this channel, spread the word. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister. I will join the people in the chat right now. Thanks a lot.